Success. It's a word we hear all the time, thrown around in conversations, glorified in books, and idolized in society. But let me ask you, what does success actually mean? Because if you don't define it for yourself, the world will define it for you. And that is where most people go wrong. They chase someone else's version of success only to realize, after years of struggle, stress, and sacrifices, that they were running in the wrong direction. Success isn't just about wealth. It isn't just about fame or power. It's not a singular, one-size-fits-all concept. It's deeply personal. It's about purpose. It's about fulfillment. It's about waking up in the morning, knowing exactly why you're doing what you're doing. It's about looking at your life and feeling that your efforts, your struggles, your victories, big or small, are leading you somewhere meaningful. The biggest mistake people make is assuming success is purely external. They think it's about what others see, what others applaud. They measure success by titles, by bank balances, by social status. But real success starts inside. It starts with clarity. Clarity about who you are, what you want, and why you want it. If you don't have that clarity, no amount of hard work will take you where you want to go, because you won't even know where that is. Think about it. If you don't define your destination, how will you ever get there? Imagine setting out on a journey without a map, without a plan. You'd keep moving, sure. You'd be busy, exhausted even, but you wouldn't be progressing. And that is what happens to people who don't take the time to define their success. They work tirelessly, they push themselves, they sacrifice, but at the end of the day, they feel empty because they were climbing a ladder that was leaning against the wrong wall. So before anything else, take a step back and ask yourself, what does success look like for you? Not for society, not for your family, not for the world, for you. Is it financial independence? Is it making a difference in people's lives? Is it building something that lasts beyond you? Is it simply living a life of peace and happiness? Whatever it is, define it, be specific. The clearer your vision, the stronger your drive. And once you have that clarity, you won't waste time on distractions. You won't be swayed by temporary setbacks. You won't chase things that don't truly matter. Many people believe success is about luck, about privilege, about circumstances. And yes, those things can make a difference. But do you know what makes the biggest difference? A person who knows exactly what they want. Because a person with a clear goal is unstoppable. They don't rely on motivation, they rely on purpose. They don't wait for opportunities, they create them. They don't complain about obstacles, they find a way around them. And here's the truth. Once you define your success, once you know with absolute certainty where you're headed, life starts aligning in ways you never imagined. You start attracting the right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances. Because clarity breeds focus, and focus breeds results. So I ask you again, what is success to you? Not the version sold to you by society, not the version dictated by others, your version. Find that answer, and you've already taken the most important step toward achieving it. Discipline, consistency. Two words that sound simple, but hold the power to change lives. Everyone wants success, but very few are willing to do what it takes every single day, without excuses, without distractions, without waiting for the perfect moment. That is the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Because let me tell you this, talent alone does not guarantee success. Intelligence alone does not guarantee success. Even luck, no matter how good it may seem, does not last. What truly defines success is the ability to show up, work hard, and stay committed, even when no one is watching, even when no one is clapping, even when it feels like nothing is working. The world is filled with people who started something but never finished. People who had big dreams, big ambitions, but somewhere along the way, they got tired, they got distracted, they lost patience, And that is where they lost the game. Because success does not come to those who start strong, it comes to those who finish strong. Those who refuse to quit. Those who wake up every day and put in the effort, even when they don't feel like it, even when the results are slow, even when there is no instant gratification. The biggest mistake people make is waiting to feel motivated. They think they need to be inspired every day to take action. But motivation is temporary. It fades. It comes and goes like the wind. If you depend on motivation, you will only work when you feel good. And the moment things get hard, the moment you face setbacks, you will stop. But discipline, that is something entirely different. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Discipline is waking up and showing up no matter how tired, no matter how discouraged, no matter how slow the progress seems, because progress is progress. And even small steps, when taken consistently, lead to massive results over time. Think of an athlete. They don't just train when they feel like it. They train every day. Whether it's sunny or raining, whether they are excited or exhausted, they keep pushing, they keep showing up. And that is why they win. Not because they are the most talented, but because they are the most disciplined. The same applies to every aspect of life. Whether it's business, sports, education, leadership, those who succeed are those who remain consistent no matter what. And let me tell you something, life will test you. The road to success is not straight. It has failures, setbacks, disappointments. There will be days when nothing seems to be working, days when you question yourself, when you feel like giving up. And those are the moments that define you. Because the people who succeed are not the ones who never fail, they are the ones who refuse to stay down. They get back up, they keep going. They don't let emotions control their actions. They don't let temporary defeats define their destiny. Every great achievement in history was built on consistency, not shortcuts, not luck. Consistency. Whether it was building nations, building businesses, building movements, it was done by people who kept going day after day without excuses, without hesitation. That is how you create something that lasts. That is how you become unstoppable. So don't wait for the right time. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for easy conditions. Start now, stay disciplined, stay consistent. Because in the end, success is not about how fast you start. It's about how long you keep going. Life is unpredictable. No matter how well you plan, no matter how hard you work, there will always be moments when things don't go your way. The question is, what do you do when that happens? Do you stop? Do you complain? Do you blame the circumstances? Or do you adapt, learn, and find another way forward? Because that is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. The ability to adjust, to grow, to evolve. This is what makes a person unstoppable. The world is constantly changing. The rules of the game are not fixed. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. Those who understand this never get stuck in the past. They don't waste time crying over what could have been. They don't let failure define them. Instead, they learn, they observe, they analyze, and then they change their strategy. Because success is not about never falling, it is about how quickly you get back up, how smartly you move forward, and how willing you are to do things differently when needed. History proves this time and time again. Every great leader, every great innovator, every great achiever faced setbacks. They faced failures that would have broken most people, but they didn't sit down and accept defeat. They looked at their mistakes, they learned from them, and they came back stronger. That is the mindset you need. The mindset that refuses to be trapped by failure. The mindset that sees every obstacle as a lesson. The mindset that understands that in order to grow, you must be willing to change. The problem with most people is that they are afraid of change. They get comfortable with their routines, with their habits, with their way of thinking. Even when they see that something isn't working, they hold on to it because change feels risky. But let me tell you this, if you are not willing to change, you are not willing to succeed. Because success demands growth. And growth demands that you step out of your comfort zone. It demands that you challenge your own ideas, that you unlearn what is no longer useful, that you open your mind to new ways of thinking, new skills, new strategies. And this doesn't just apply to big moments in life, it applies to everything in your career, in your business, in your personal goals, in the way you deal with challenges. Your ability to adapt will determine your success. Look around you. The most successful people are not the ones who had everything easy. They are the ones who kept learning, kept adjusting, kept improving themselves. They didn't cry over missed opportunities. They created new ones. They didn't let rejection stop them. They used it as fuel to push harder. That is the difference between those who win and those who don't. So ask yourself, are you willing to adapt? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to let go of what isn't working and find a better way? Because that is the key. The moment you stop learning, the moment you stop growing, you start falling behind. The world moves forward with or without you. If you want to keep up, if you want to lead, if you want to achieve real success, you must commit to constant growth. And growth is not just about knowledge. It is about action. It is about applying what you learn, about taking risks, about not being afraid to fail, because failure is not the end, it is a lesson. Every time you fail, you learn something valuable. Every mistake teaches you something new. And that knowledge, that experience, that resilience, that is what builds success. So never stop learning, never stop improving, never stop adapting. Because the moment you become rigid, the moment you refuse to change, is the moment you stop moving forward. And in this world, if you are not moving forward, you are falling behind. The people you surround yourself with will either push you forward or pull you back. You can have the strongest work ethic, the biggest dreams, and the most disciplined mindset, but if you are constantly surrounded by negativity, by people who doubt you, by those who don't believe in your vision, then sooner or later, that energy will drain you. It will slow you down. It will make you second guess yourself. Because whether you realize it or not, the company you keep shapes the person you become. Look at the most successful people in the world, in any field. They didn't do it alone. They had people around them who challenged them, who inspired them, who pushed them to become better. They were surrounded by individuals who shared their hunger, who fueled their ambition, who refused to let them settle for mediocrity. And that is what you need. You need to be around people who lift you up, not those who hold you back. The problem is, most people don't even realize how much their environment affects them. They stay in circles that bring no growth. They listen to those who have never achieved anything themselves. They take advice from people who don't understand the journey they are on. And then they wonder why they feel stuck, why they feel uninspired, why their motivation fades. But the truth is, if you want to go far, you have to be selective about who walks with you. This is not about arrogance. It's not about looking down on anyone. It's about understanding that success requires a certain mindset, a certain energy, and not everyone will have that. Some people will doubt you because they doubt themselves. Some will discourage you because they are afraid to take risks. Some will try to pull you back because they don't want to be left behind. You have to recognize this. You have to protect your vision. You have to surround yourself with those who understand your journey, who support your dreams, who challenge you to be better. And sometimes that means making difficult choices. It means distancing yourself from those who drain your energy, from those who bring only negativity. It means letting go of friendships that no longer align with your goals. Because as much as you may care for certain people, if they are not helping you grow, they are holding you back. And life is too short to be held back. But just as you must remove negativity, you must also actively seek out those who will push you forward. Find mentors, find people who are ahead of you, who have achieved what you aspire to achieve. Learn from them. Surround yourself with individuals who think bigger, who dream bigger, who work harder. Be in environments that challenge you, that inspire you, that force you to rise to a higher standard, because that is how you grow. Success is not just about what you do, it's also about who you do it with. If you are in a room where you're always the smartest, the most hardworking, the most driven, then you are in the wrong room. You need to be in spaces that force you to level up, spaces that demand more from you, spaces where you are constantly learning, constantly evolving. That is how you keep progressing. So take a look around you. Who are you listening to? Who are you learning from? Who is influencing your mindset? If the people in your life are not pushing you forward, if they are not encouraging your growth, then it's time to change your environment. Because in the end, success is not just about talent, not just about hard work. It is also about who you surround yourself with. And if you want to reach the highest level, you need to be surrounded by those who refuse to let you settle for anything less. Success is not something that happens by chance. It is not something that falls into your lap while you sit and wait. It is something you create with your actions, with your decisions, with your determination. And the most important step in that journey is taking action. Because you can have the best ideas, the biggest dreams, the most detailed plans, but if you don't act, nothing will change. Too many people wait. They wait for the right time, the right opportunity, the perfect moment, when everything will be easy, when success will come without struggle. But that moment never comes. There is no perfect time. There is no ideal situation where everything lines up exactly how you want it. The only thing you have is now. And what you do with it will define your future. People make excuses. They say they will start when they have more resources, when they have more experience, when they feel more confident. But confidence doesn't come from waiting. It comes from doing. Experience doesn't come from planning. It comes from trying, from failing, from learning. The people who succeed are not the ones who had the easiest path. They are the ones who took action despite the difficulties, despite the doubts, despite the uncertainty. If you look at history, every great achievement was built by people who started before they were ready. They didn't have all the answers. They didn't know exactly how things would turn out, but they had the courage to take the first step, to move forward, to figure things out along the way. And that is what you must do. Stop overthinking, stop hesitating, stop waiting for someone else to give you permission. You don't need permission. You need to believe in yourself enough to take that first step. Fear holds people back. The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of making mistakes. But failure is not the enemy. The real enemy is inaction. Because when you fail, you learn. When you make mistakes, you grow. When you face challenges, you become stronger. But when you do nothing, nothing changes. You stay in the same place, repeating the same cycle, living the same life, always wondering what could have been if only you had taken that chance. No one succeeds by staying in their comfort zone. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, when you push beyond your limits, when you take risks. Yes, risks come with uncertainty. Yes, they come with the possibility of failure, but they also come with opportunity, with learning, with progress. And that is what matters, because success is not about never failing. It is about never giving up. It is about having the resilience to keep going, to keep improving, to keep pushing forward no matter what stands in your way. And here's the truth. Most people don't fail because they tried and didn't succeed. They fail because they never tried at all. They let fear stop them before they even began. They let doubts control their decisions. But the ones who achieve greatness are those who refuse to let fear win. They take action even when they are uncertain. They move forward even when the path is unclear. They understand that success is not about waiting, It is about doing. So ask yourself, are you taking action? Are you making progress? Or are you just thinking? Just planning, just waiting? Because the world does not reward thoughts. It rewards actions. It rewards those who dare to step forward, those who are willing to fail, those who are willing to fight for what they want. That is the only way success is built. So start now. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever goal you have, whatever dream you are chasing, take the first step. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be big, but it has to be now. Because in the end, success is not about what you say you will do. It is about what you actually do. The road to success is never easy. It is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments that test your strength, your patience, and your belief in yourself. There will be times when nothing seems to work, when you feel like you are standing alone, when you question whether the struggle is even worth it. And that is where most people give up. That is where they decide that maybe success is not for them, that maybe they are not capable, that maybe they should settle for a life that is less than what they once dreamed of. But that is exactly where you must rise. That is exactly where you must keep going. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who never fall. They are the ones who refuse to stay down. They are the ones who get back up, who push forward despite the pain, despite the failures, despite the doubts. Because the truth is, every great achievement is built on resilience. Every success story is a story of perseverance. No one reaches the top without facing difficulties. No one achieves greatness without going through hardships. But the difference between those who make it and those who don't is simple. Those who make it never give up. People often believe that success is about talent, about intelligence, about having the right resources. But none of those things matter if you don't have the will to keep going, if you are not willing to fight for your dreams. If you are not willing to struggle for them, then no amount of talent, no amount of intelligence will help you, because success does not happen overnight. It is a process, a journey, a battle, and only those who have the patience, the endurance, and the resilience to keep going, no matter how difficult things get, are the ones who truly succeed. Look at any great leader, any great innovator, any great athlete, and you will see one common trait. They faced failure. And not just small failures. They faced rejection, they faced loss, they faced criticism. But they never let any of it stop them. They used every failure as a lesson. They used every setback as fuel to push harder. They understood that the only way to truly fail is to give up. And that is something they refuse to do. The journey will not always be fair. There will be moments when things seem impossible, when every door seems closed, when no one believes in you. But you must believe in yourself. You must remind yourself why you started. You must keep your vision clear, your goals strong, and your determination unshaken. Because nothing worth having comes easily. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But success is reserved for those who have the heart to endure, who have the strength to keep moving forward, even when everything around them says to stop. And it is in those moments of struggle that character is built. That is when you truly discover what you are made of. That is when you prove to yourself and to the world that nothing can break you. The challenges, the failures, the pain, it all serves a purpose. It is there to test you, to shape you, to prepare you for the greatness that lies ahead. Every great success story was once a story of struggle. Every great champion was once a fighter in the dark, pushing forward when no one was watching, when no one believed in them. So do not fear failure, do not fear difficulties. They are part of the journey, they are part of the process. Embrace them, learn from them, let them make you stronger, and no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you fall, no matter how many times you are told that you cannot do it, keep going, because the only true failure in life is giving up. Everything else is just part of the journey to success.